someone fussing around in the kitchen. I hope it'd be Lizzie.
Oh, she was so deadbeat after her trip, I figured I'd let her sleep.
Yeah, I heard her walking the room to hell knows when last night. It's getting late. I'm going to go wake her up.
No, don't do that, Noah. Let her sleep. She must have had a pretty rough time of it. Let her sleep.
Well, I was hoping she'd cook breakfast. But if we survived a week of your cooking, I guess we can last another meal.
Noah, Jimmy just fixed that thing. Don't you go breaking it again.
Well, if that dumb kid is going to waste his money on a darn fool Christmas set, why can't we get any use out of it? I can't hear a darn thing.
What do you want to hear?
Well, I was hoping they'd say something about the drought.
Only one thing to say. No rain.
Yeah, no sign of it either. I'll mark off another day.
Noah, I wish you wouldn't do that. You and that damn calendar. Why don't you stop counting? When it rains, it rains.
You know what I seen this morning, Pop? 3 more cows down and out, and a couple of heifers, too. You know what else I had to do? I had to give Frank and Sandy their time.
You mean you fired her?
No, I didn't fire them. I just laid them off to the end of the drought.
You should have done that, Noah.
Listen, Pop, if you want to take care of the bookkeeping, you're welcome to it. Here's the book. Have at it.
Nah, I wouldn't do that to you. How do you want your eggs?
What's the best way you can't ruin
Raw.
them? I'm taking raw of it.
Morning. Morning, Pop.
Morning, Jimmy.
Morning,
Pop,
Jim.
it's like I said yesterday. It's just like I told you.
What'd you tell me, Jim?
I said to you like this. I said, Pop, the whole world's going to blow up. The whole world's going to get all swole up and burst right in our faces.
You sure of that, Jimmy?
Oh, you bet I'm sure. It's got to do with them little spots on the sun. See, one of these days, them little spots is going to get so big that the sun won't be able to shine through, and then, brother, bang!
Keep talking like that, you're going to miss your breakfast.
Yeah, ain't no good talking about it. It just gets me upset.
Well, holy mackerel, no, the eggs is raw.
So what of it?
What's the matter? You sick?
No, I ain't sick.
You must be sick if you eating raw eggs.
He's all right, Jim. He just don't like my cooking.
Why? I like the way you cook, Pop. You cook better than Lizzie. Everything slides down nice and greasy.
Thanks, Jim. How do you want your eggs?
Oh, ain't no way.
Well, how many?
I guess 5 or 6 will do.
Hey, Jim. Jim, if you look up for a minute, I got something to talk to you about.
What?
Last night, you could have got yourself into a hat full of trouble.
We have to talk about it now?
What kind of trouble, Noah?
A certain girl named Snooky.
Oh, was Snooky at the dance?
Was she at the dance? You'd have thought no one else was there. She comes driving up in this brand new 5-cylinder Essex car, and her hair's so bleach blonde.
It ain't bleak.
Don't tell me Bill Denby says she buys a pint of peroxide at the store every month.
Well, what's that? I use peroxide for a cut finger.
If she cut her finger that off, then she'd bleed to death. What happened, Jim? I'll tell you what happened. Along about 9:30, I look around, no Jim, no Snooky. That dumb kid went off, left that barn dance without even tipping his hat, and ran off without a hot pants girl.
I didn't run off with her. I went off by myself. I went outside and I was just looking at that Essex, and pretty soon she was outside and she was kind of looking me up and down. So I just said, well, how many cylinders does this Essex got? And she says, 5. And then she asks me, how tall are you? So I say 6. And then the next thing I know, we're racing in that car and she's got it going 40 miles an hour, and man, it was fast.
Everything about that girl's fast.
What do you mean by that, Noah?
Just what I said. Last night when the barn dance was over, when we were supposed to go to the depot to pick up Lizzie, had to go looking for him. You know where he was? He was parked in that car outside of Denby's store with that girl. And the two of them together, I ain't never seen such carryings on. They were so twisted up, I couldn't tell where he left off and Snooky began. If I hadn't come along, hell knows what would have happened.
Yeah, hell knows. I could have come home with her little red hat.
With her what?
She wears a little red hat.
Well, why would you come home with the little red hat?
No, it's nothing.
Nothing.
Noah, you
tell
quit.
I'll tell him then. She wears a little red hat last night. Dumbo Hopkinson says to her, Snooky, you gonna wear that little red hat your whole life? Snooky looks up and says, well, I hope not, Dumbo. I want to give it to some handsome fellow when, as in if. It ain't funny, Pop. You know what type of trouble a dumb kid like you can get into with a girl like that? Next thing you know, she got you so hog-tied you gotta marry her.
Well, why don't you just let me alone?
Did you hear that, Pop?
Well, maybe it's a good idea, Noah,
What's a good idea?
to let him alone.
Maybe it is.
Huh. You want to be let alone? Kid, fine. You're alone.
I don't know what you're getting so upset about.
You don't, huh? You think I like looking after you? Well, I don't. Tagging after me your whole life. How do I tie my shoelaces? How do I do long division? Well, if you don't want no advice from me, if you think you're so smart...
But heck, I don't think I'm so smart. I don't mind you telling me how to figure and how to do things.
Thanks.
What I mean is, I appreciate it. I just wish you wouldn't holler.
All right, that's enough, boys. 101 degrees.
Yeah, if it don't cool off at night.
I don't mind me a hot night. Something about a hot night gets you all, well, stirred up inside.
Make it so.
Why did Lizzie come down and cook our breakfast?
Let her sleep. She didn't sleep much last night.
Yeah, she gets off the train, comes home, and starts cleaning up her room, and hell, there was no need for that. I cleaned up her room real nice.
Jimmy, when some girls ain't happy, they cry. Lizzie works.
Yeah. Well, what are we going to do about her?
I don't know.
Well, we got to do something. We got to at least talk to her, mention.
Well, who's going to mention it to her?
I told you, Pop, I ain't talking to her.
Me neither. I ain't going to talk to her.
Stop saying exactly what Noah says. Speak for yourself.
Look, I say what Noah is saying when I agree with him, and when I don't, I spit in his eye.
Then what?
Because if I do, she's going to think that we're trying to get rid of her.
Well, she'll sure think the same if I do it.
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
So there you are.
But you're her father. And there comes a time when a father needs to mention.
I can't just come out and say, Lizzie, you got to get married. She knows she's got to get married. We all know it.
Well, seems you like ain't nothing got to be said then.
Morning, Paul.
Morning, honey.
Noah, Jim.
Morning, Liz.
Hi, Lizzie.
Sure is good to be home again.
Just what the boys were saying. Sure is good to have Lizzie home again.
There's just no sign of rain, is there?
Not a cloud nowhere.
I dreamed we had a rain.
Did you, Lizzie?
Thunderstorm. Lightning, flash, rain coming down in sheets. Thunder was rolling up and down the canyon like a kid with a great big drum. I looked up and I laughed and yelled. Ooh! Ooh! It was wonderful.
Well, drought's a drought and dream's a dream, Lizzie.
Well, it was a nice dream, Noah. Nearly as good as rain.
Near ain't rain.
Too bad we picked you up at the depot so late last night, Lizzie. Didn't get to hear much about your trip.
Yeah, it looked like the perk kept real good. You were looking all dragged out because of the heat. What was it like in Sweet River?
Hotter than hell.
Hey, I don't see anything funny with her talking like a cowhand.
I'm sorry, Noah. It's about all the conversation I've had for about a week.
Well, how's Uncle Ned and Aunt Ivy?
How's all them boys?
They
Big.
take after their Aunt Ivy. I bet they talk your ear off.
Oh no, they take after Uncle Ned. They just grunt.
Which one got to be the better looking of the boys, Lizzie?
Oh, I guess Pete.
I don't know their names.
I never could keep those boys straight. Which one's Pete?
Oh, he's the one with the yellow hair.
Yellow hair's nice in a man.
It's honest.
Oh, it's all right.
Well, the way you say that, I bet you liked him the best.
Oh, I'm crazy about Pete. He asked me to marry him.
Is that true, Lizzie?
He did? Well, what'd you tell him?
Well, I told him I would. Just as soon as he graduates from grammar school.
Grammar school? Is he that dumb?
No, he's only 9 years old. Now listen, Pop, we're not going to beat around the bush. I know exactly why you sent me to Sweet River. Because Uncle Ned's got 6 boys, and 3 of them are old enough to get married, and so am I. Well, the trip didn't work. I'm sorry you went to all that expense. The new clothes, the railway ticket, and it just didn't work. Noah, write it down. In red ink.
Well, what happened in Sweet River, Lizzie?
Nothing. Not a doggone thing.
Well, what'd you do? Where'd you go?
Well,
do that for?
Because I was embarrassed.
Embarrassed? Embarrassed about what?
No, use your head. I knew exactly why I was there. And that whole family did too. I was sick and tired of the way they were looking me over. So I go downstairs for my meals and then I went right back up to my room. I packed, I unpacked, I washed my hair about a dozen times, and I read that Sears Roebuck catalog from cover to cover. And then I said, Lizzie Curry, snap out of this. It was a Saturday night. They were all getting ready to go to a rodeo dance. So I got all dressed up in my highest of heels and my lowest cut dress. And then I went down to that supper table and they all stared at me as if I was stark naked. For the longest while, there wasn't a sound at that table except for Uncle Ned slurping his soup. And then, like a gunshot, I heard Ned Jr. say, Lizzie, how much do you weigh?
What'd you say to that?
I told him it's none of his business. My teeth are all my own and I stand 17 hands high.
You know, you shouldn't have said that, Lizzie. He was just trying to open up conversation.
I guess I closed it. About 10 minutes later, little Pete comes running up to the table and he's got his geography book. He said, Pop, where's Madagascar? Everybody ventured an opinion and they were all dead wrong. I felt like I had to make a good impression, so I said, it's an island in the Indian Ocean off the coast of Africa, right opposite Mozambique. What? Can I help it if I was good in geography?
What happened?
Well, it got so quiet it felt like it was the end of the world. And then I heard Ned Jr.'s voice. Lizzie, you fixing to be a school marm?
Oh, no.
Yes. I felt like I was back at the high school dance and nobody was dancing with me. I had this sick feeling that I was wearing eyeglasses again the way I used to. And I knew from that minute on it was no go. So I didn't go to the rodeo dance. I stayed home. And I made up poems about what was on sale at the Sears Roebuck.
You and little Pete.
Yes. The day I left Sweet River, little Pete was bawling, and he said, you're the most beautifulest girl that ever was.
And he's right, you are.
Pop, please.
Well, we see you that way. He saw you that way,
But
too.
not his big brothers.
Because you didn't show yourself right.
I tried, Pop. I tried.
No, you didn't. You hid behind your books. You hid behind your glasses that you don't even wear no more. You're afraid of being beautiful.
I'm afraid to think I am when I know I'm not.
Lizzie,
Yes.
me and the boys, we put our heads together. We thought we'd mention something to you.
What?
You want to tell her about it, Noah?
Nope, it's your idea, Pop.
Well, the boys and me, after we get some work done, we figured to ride into 3 Point this afternoon.
Well,
We're going to the sheriff's office. Going to talk to his deputy. Yeah.
wow.
Yes, fine.
Oh, that's the craziest idea.
I'm just going to invite him to supper, Lizzie.
Well, if you do, I won't be here.
I can invite a fella to supper in my own house, can't I?
Pop! I don't want you to lasso a husband for me.
I won't do anything of the kind. I won't even say your name. We'll start talking about a poker game, maybe, and then we'll get around to supper, and before you know it, he'll be sitting right in that chair.
No!
Lizzie, we're going no matter what you say.
Wait a minute, Pop. I'm against this. Now, if Lizzie says it's okay to go down and talk to File, I'll go right along with you. But one thing, if Lizzie says no, we don't go.
And that's what I say. No.
Don't listen to no. Every time you and Jim have to scratch your back, you got to turn and ask no.
Well, that's because he's the most sensible one around here, Pop. The three of us, we get carried away and
For once in your life, get carried away. It won't hurt you none, not nary a bit.
That is the dumbest advice I ever heard.
What's so dumb about it?
It's a matter of pride.
Is that why you say no, Lizzie? Pride?
Pop, if if you want to invite somebody to supper, go ahead, but not File. He doesn't even know I'm on Earth.
He knows, Lizzie, he knows.
No, he doesn't. Whenever we go into town, he's got a great big hello for you and Noah and Jim, but he's got nothing for me. Why, he just barely sneaks his hat off his head and that's it. He makes a point of ignoring me.
Lizzie, when a man makes a point of ignoring you, he ain't ignoring you at all.
How about
File for supper?
no? I don't like him. No, no, no.
Well, if you really don't like him, one no is enough and you can say it quiet.
All right. I don't like him. I don't like the way he always tucks his thumbs in his belt. And I don't like the way he always seems to be thinking deep thoughts.
Well, I thought you liked people with deep thoughts.
Not five.
Listen, when you were a kid, if I ever thought you were lying, I'd say, honest and truth, and you never lie. Well, I'm saying it now. You don't like File, honest and truth?
Pop, that is silly.
I asked you a question, honest and truth?
Pop, that is a silly, childish game. And all you'll get is a silly, childish answer. And I refuse. I simply refuse to. Oh, for God's sake, just go ahead and invite him.
Okay, come on, boys! You go ahead and start cooking up a great supper.
Look here, Sheriff. When I was dead broke, you lent me some money. When I needed a job, you made me your deputy. When I catch cold, you give me mustard plaster. And now you want to give me a dog? I don't want a dog.
I won't charge you nothing for a file.
You never charge me for anything. I just don't want a dog.
How do you know you don't want him until you see him?
Well, I've seen dogs before.
Not this one. He's different. I tell you, File, you see this little fella, you want to reach out and hug him to death.
Think I will, huh?
Yes, you will. He's real loving. Well, if you're sitting in your bare feet, he'll come over and lick your big toe. Pretty soon, there he is, dead asleep right across your feet. How about it, File?
Well, that sounds real homey, but I'll do without him.
File, you make me disgusted. It ain't right for you to shack up here with a coffee pot and a leather sofa all by yourself, especially since you lost your wife. When you lose your wife, the nights get damn cold. And you need something warm up against your backside.
Well, last night was 104 degrees.
All right. If you don't want the dog, if you're the kind of fella that don't like animals,
Oh, I like animals, Sheriff.
if you like animals, you have animals.
Oh, I've had them.
Oh, really? What kind?
Well, back in Pellyville, I went out and got myself a raccoon.
A raccoon ain't a dog.
No, I guess it ain't, but I liked him. He was a crazy little fella. Made me laugh.
Well, what did Rat do?
I don't know. One day he took to the woods and never came back, the little bastard.
See? Now, can you figure a dog doing that? No, sir. I'll tell you, File, if you've never had a dog,
Oh, I've had a dog.
When did you have a dog?
Oh, when I was a kid,
What kind of dog was it?
mongrel, just a kid's kind.
What'd you call
Dog,
him? What was his name?
dog,
Didn't you have no name for him?
dog, that was his name. Dog.
That ain't no fitting name for a dog.
I don't see why not.
You don't see why not?
Nope, he always came when I called him.
Yeah, man, you must not have liked him much if you didn't even give him a name.
Oh, I liked him a lot, Sheriff. Gave him everything he ever wanted. Took good care of him, too. Better than he took care of himself.
Well, why? What happened to him?
Dumb little nut ran under a buckboard.
Well, hell, you figure everything's gonna run off or get run over?
I don't know, Sheriff. I just don't want a dog. Not that I ain't obliged.
Stubborn as a mule. I guess I'll have a look around, see what's doing.
Yeah. Sleeps on your feet, does he?
Right on my feet. Right on my big old stinking feet. See you later, Five. Hi, boys.
Hey, Sheriff. Hey, Sheriff.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, HC. Hello, boys.
Hey, File. Hey, File.
Hey, pal.
Riding over, you boys seen a sign of rain?
Not spit.
What's it like in Sweet River?
How do we know? We ain't been to Sweet River.
Well, Sheriff said Lizzie's been to Sweet River.
Yeah.
Well, what's it like?
Hot.
Well, how'd Lizzie like it in Sweet River?
Fine, File. She liked it fine.
Yeah, she liked to find there was a rodeo, 3 barn dances, summer fair, and she was just larking all over the place.
How's your poker, File?
My what?
Poker.
I don't like poker much.
You don't? Don't you like to spit in the ocean?
Not much.
No, we figured to ask you to play some cards.
Oh, I gave up cards long ago, HC.
Oh, you did, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Foul, what's that hanging from your shirt?
Kinda looks like a needle.
It sure does.
What's the matter? Your shirt tore?
Looks like it.
Fix it yourself, do you?
Oh, I wouldn't say that, Jim. I've been mending my own clothes ever since I became a widower back in Pellyville.
Well, Lizzie fixes all my shirts.
Well, it sure is nice to have a sister.
Or something.
Did Lizzie come back from Sweet River by herself?
Well, she went by herself, didn't she, File?
Oh, that don't mean nothing. I rode down to Lieberstown to buy myself a mare. I went by myself, but I came back with a mare.
Well, she didn't go down to buy nothing, Foul. Get it? Nothing.
Don't get angry, Jim. I just asked a friendly question.
Yeah, just a friendly question, Jim. Don't get ornery.
I always say to Jim, reason he ain't got no real friends is because he's ornery. He don't know how to make friends.
Well, sure I do. Sure I do.
No, you don't. Do you ever ask a fella out to have a drink? No. Do you ever say to a fella, come on home and have some supper?
I guess you're right. I'm sorry, Foul. I didn't mean to get ornery. Come on out and have a drink.
Supper.
Supper! That's right. Come on home and have some supper.
Guess I'll say no to the supper, boys, but I'll be glad to go out and have a drink with you.
Well, we ain't got time for a drink. But we've been meaning to ask you to supper one of these days.
Glad to come. One of these days.
Well, how about tonight?
Oh, don't have time tonight. Seems there's an outlaw riding this way. A fella by the name of Tornado Johnson. Have to stick around.
Well, you don't think he'll come this way, do you?
They say he's 3-point bound.
Well, you don't know he'll be here tonight.
I don't know. He won't be here tonight.
Well, but he could be at Pedleyville or Peaks Junction, and hell, he might even be over at our place.
Well, I won't be over at your place.
You said to try and be friendly, and I'm trying, but he doesn't want to be friendly.
Be friendly, Jim. I just don't want to be married.
Now, who said that we were inviting you over here for Lizzie? Now, you take that back.
I won't don't take nothing back, Jim.
Well, then take something else.
No!
Ah.
Boy, if I didn't think he had it coming, I'd wipe you up and good clean.
He had it coming.
Yeah, I guess we all had it coming. Come on, Turtlehead, let's go home.
I shouldn't have hit him, HC.
Oh, that's all right. Only thing is, you know you lost that fight.
What?
Yeah, it wouldn't have hurt you to come to supper. Might have done you some good.
We weren't talking about supper.
That's right, we were talking about Lizzie, and she might have done you some good too.
I can mend my own shirts.
Seems to me you need a lot more mending than shirts.
Now wait a minute, HC. You don't just drop a word like that and leave it.
All right, what'd you hit him for?
He threw a punch. I got angry.
Angry? Why? We come around here and say we think enough of you to have you in our family. Is that an insult?
I don't like people interfering.
Interfering with what?
I'm doing all right by myself.
You ain't doing all right by yourself. A fella who won't make friends with a whole town that likes him and looks up to him. A fella who locks himself in. He ain't doing all right. And if he says he is, he's a liar.
Take it easy, HC.
I said liar and I meant it. You talk about yourself as being a widower. We all got respect for your feelings, File, but you ain't no widower, and everybody in this town knows it.
I am a widower. My wife died 6 years ago back in Penleyville.
Your wife did not die, File. She ran out on you, and you are a divorced man. But we'll go on calling you a widower as long as you want us to. Hell, it don't hurt us none. But you, a fella who shuts himself up with that lie, he needs mending. You want to throw any more punches?
Y'all back so soon. Now, don't you walk heavy or that lemon cake will fall. Ooh. You told about 6 o'clock, I hope.
We didn't really give him an exact time, Lizzie.
Well, that's real smart. Suppose he comes at 7 and the cooking goes dry. I've got the prettiest lemon cake in that oven and a steak and kidney pie as big as that table. Oh, look at me. I better go change my dress or I'll get caught looking a mess.
Lizzie.
Oh, get that phone, Noah, and don't let Jimmy near that table. He'll mess it up.
Hello. 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 No, this ain't Jimmy. This is Noah. Who's this? It's Snooky.
Oh, hot dog.
What do you mean hot dog?
Just hot dog, Noah.
What are you gonna say to her?
Well, I don't know what she's going to say to me.
Be careful.
Hello, Snooky? Hi. Oh, I'm fine. I'm just fine and dandy. How are you? You're fine and dandy too. Well, I'm sure glad you're fine and dandy.
Fine and dandy, my big foot.
Well, I was going to telephone you, Snooky, but then you telephoned me. Ain't that the prettiest coincidence?
Jesus Christ, Jimmy, stop it.
What, do you mean it? Do you mean it, Snooky? I sure hope you do mean it.
What's all this you mean about?
She says it's a hot night and the Essex is saying, Chug, Chug, where's little Jimmy?
When you tell her, Chug, Chug, little Jimmy's gonna sit home on his little fat body.
No, wait a minute, Noah.
Don't wait a minute, me. Now listen, if you want to get mixed up with poison, I'll wash my hands.
Snooky, I just can't tonight. Well, I don't know why exactly. I can't talk right now. But, Snooky, do you still have that little red hat?
Oh, come on.
Okay, that's fine. No, you take care of it. Okay, goodbye, Snooky.
You see what happens, you go out with her one time and she starts chasing you.
Well, I don't see what's so wrong about that, Noah.
You don't, huh?
No, I mean, if people want to get together, they ought to get together. It doesn't matter how, does it?
You know what? You ask yourself if it don't matter, Jimmy. Go on, ask yourself.
Well, maybe it does. Holy mackerel, I wish I could just figure things out. Like, if I could just get something on this crystal set, you think I could get Kansas City on this thing?
Nope.
Yeah. Well, maybe I got it, and I just didn't know I had it. The other day, I was fiddling with this thing, and I heard the prettiest music, and I said to myself, son of a gun, I got Kansas City.
You got static. That's all you got is static.
Now, I knew you were going to say that, Noah, so I figured the answer to it. If it feels like Kansas City, then it is Kansas City.
Well, then why don't you make it feel like Africa?
On this little crystal set.
Where's Lizzie? Did you tell her?
No, I didn't, Pop. She's upstairs getting dressed.
Well, folks, how do I look?
Beautiful.
Great. Beautiful.
You know, Pop, I think I am, if you don't look too close. Now, what time do you think I will be here? I reckon I ought to know when we can start eating.
We can start anytime you say.
Anytime. Well, y'all better wash up. And, we can make some more room at the table. Pa's not coming.
Not that he didn't want to.
He did.
He wanted to a lot.
Really?
Yeah. Well, when Pop said, come to supper tonight, Fowler, when you said that, did you notice how his face, it kind of, it lighted up? Did you notice that?
Yeah.
And then he said, well, sure, I'll come. Glad to come. But then suddenly he remembered.
What did he remember, Jimmy?
Well, apparently there's some outlaw running around, and he needed to stay and pay attention to his job. You know, business before pleasure. Yes, sir. Fowler was real friendly.
Friendly, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What happened to your eye?
It just kind of swole up on me.
I'll hit him.
You mean you fought him to get him to come here?
He was only a little fight, Lizzie.
Oh, well, why didn't you just make it a great big one, huh? A riot? You could have all just piled on top of him and slugged him.
Now, Lizzie, you're seeing this all wrong.
No, I'm seeing it the way that it happened. He said, she might be a good cook, and it might be a good supper, but she's plain. She's plain as old shoes.
Oh, he didn't say anything like that.
No, he didn't say anything about shoes.
Lizzie, we made a mess out of it.
You know, we wouldn't have made a mess out of anything if everybody would have listened to me. I said don't go down to file, and nobody listened. I said don't send Lizzie to Sweet River, and nobody listened. For God's sake, I'm tired of being right all the time.
Well, I'm stumped, Noah. If you were Lizzie's father, what would you do?
Who says we gotta do anything? We've been pushing Lizzie around trying to marry her off. And so what if she don't get married, Pop? Is that the end of everything? Look, Lizzie has a home. She has a family. She has bed and board. She's got plenty to eat and clothes on her back, Pop.
That's right, from now on, we listen to Noah.
No, don't you dare listen to Noah.
Why? She's got everything she needs, Pop.
She ain't got one to make her happy.
Well, she ain't gonna get it because she's going about it all wrong.
Now, Jimmy. How am I going about it all wrong?
Because you don't talk to a fella the way you ought. You talk too serious. If there's anything that scares the hell out of a fella, it's a serious talking girl.
That's the way Lizzie is, and she can't be anything else.
Yes, she can. She's as smart as any of them girls down at the ladies' social club. She could go down to the social club on Wednesday nights and giggle and flirt as good as any of them.
What do you want her turned into, Lily Ann Beasley?
Hey, Lily Ann Beasley gets any man that she goes for. Well, I saw her walk up to Phil Mackey one morning and she was just kind of wiggling her hips like a cocker spaniel. And she said to him, she said, Phil Mackey, how many toes do you got? And he said, well, naturally, I got 10. And then she said, well, that's just the right number for a big, strong man to have. And pretty soon, he was cooked. He was following her around all over the place, and she made him so nervous that he burst right out with the shingles.
If she wants Phil Mackey, she can have him, shingles and all.
But how about that livestock fella from Chicago?
Jimmy, can I treat him the way that she does? Oh my, a polka dot tie? I just love a man with a polka dot tie. Those little round dots go right to my heart.
And that poor fella, all the blood drained from his face. I thought he was going to kill right over in that horse trough.
I don't want a man to keel over. I want a man to stand up straight. And I want to stand up straight to him without having to trick him. Isn't that possible with a man? Isn't that possible?
No.
Yes, it is, Lizzie.
No, it ain't, Pop. For once in his lifetime, Jimmy said something sensible. Listen, if it's a man you want, you gotta get a man the way a man gets got.
If that's the way a man gets got, I don't want any of them.
Lizzie.
No! To hell with fire, and to hell with all of them.
Stop talking like that.
Hell, hell, hell. To hell with all of them.
I use this, I'll check with you.
Wait.
Oh,
I can't see.
What the hell was that?
Must have been the wind.
Wind?
What?
Did you say wind? There ain't a rougher wind anywhere in the world.
Who in the hell are you?
The name is Starbuck. Starbuck's the name. The lady of the house? Hello.
Hello.
That's a mighty nice dress. You ought to go to a party.
Well, don't you know how to knock on a door before you come on in?
What is it? What can we do for you?
You're asking the wrong question. The question is, what can I do for you?
Well, I don't remember us calling anybody about anything.
Oh, you should have, mister. You sure should have. You need a lot of help. You're in a parcel of trouble. You lost 12 calves on the North Range and 62 in the Gulf. The calves are starving and the heifers are down on their knees.
You know a heck of a lot about our herd.
Man, that sure is a shiner. Your ranch, mister.
He owns it, I run it.
Well, I guess I'll talk to you then. You got a look of business about you. You got your feet apart and you stand solid on the ground. That's the kind of man I like to talk to. But what are you going to do about them cattle?
You know so much about our herd, you ought to know what killed them. Drought. You ever hear of it?
Hear of it. That's all I ever hear. Everywhere I go, there's drought ahead of me. But when I leave, behind me, there's rain. Rain.
Papa, I think this man is crazy.
Sure, that's what I am. Crazy. I woke up this morning and took one look at the world and I said, this world's gone completely out of its mind. And the only thing that can set it straight is a first-class #1 lunatic. Here I am, folks. Crazy as a bedbug. Did I introduce myself? The name is Starbuck. Rainmaker.
I've heard about Rainmaker.
I read about Rainmaker once, I think it was in Idaho.
What'd you read, mister?
I can't remember if they locked him up or ran him out of town.
Might be they strung him up on a sycamore tree.
Look here, fella, it's like this. We don't believe in rainmakers.
Well, what do you believe in? Dying cattle?
You really mean you can bring rain?
He talks too fast. He can't bring anything.
I asked him. Can you bring rain?
It's been done, brother. It's been done.
Where? How?
How? With sodium chloride. A pitch up high right up into the clouds. Electrify the cold front. Neutralize the warm front. Barometricize the tropopause. Magnetize occlusions in the sky.
In other words, bunk.
You know what, lady? You're right. You know why it sounds like bunk? Because it is bunk. Bunk and hokey pokey, and I tell you, I'd be ashamed to use any of those methods.
Well, which method do you use?
My method's like my name. It's all my own. Want to hear my deal?
Not interested.
Not one bit.
What is it?
Pop, you're not gonna listen to this guy, are you?
Any charge for listening?
No charge. Free.
Go ahead, what's the deal?
$100 in advance, and inside of 24 hours, you have rain.
You mean it? Real rain?
Rain is rain, brother. It's a wetness known as water. Aqua pura. Mammals drink it, fish swim in it, little boys wade in it, and birds flap their wings and sing like sunrise. Water. I recommend it.
Pay him the 100, Noah.
No, don't be a chump.
Don't worry, I ain't.
We got the drought, Noah. It's rain, and we need it, Lizzie.
And we won't get a drop of it, not from him.
How would you do it, Starbuck?
Now, don't ask me no questions.
Why? It's a fair question. How would you do it?
What do you care how I do it, sister, as long as it's done? But I'll tell you how I'll do it. I'll lift this stick and take a long swipe at the sky and let down a shower of hailstones, big as cantaloupes. I'll shout out some good old Nebraska cuss words, and you'll turn around, and there's a lake where your corral used to be. Or I'll sing a little tune, maybe, and it'll sound so pretty, and it'll sound so sad, you'll weep, and your old man will weep, and the sky will get all misty-like and shed the prettiest tears you ever did see. How'll I do it? Girl, I'll just do it.
Where'd you ever bring rain before?
Yes, where? What town? What state?
Sister, the last place I brought rain is now called Starbuck. They named it after me. Dry? I tell you, those people didn't have enough damp to blink their eyes. So I get out my big wheel and my rolling drum and my yellow hat with the 3 little feathers in it. And I look up at the sky and I say, cumulus! I say, cumulonimbus, nimbulocumulus. And all of a sudden, way up there's a teeny little cloud the size of a mare's tail. And over there's another cloud looking like a whitewashed chicken house. And then you look up and all of a sudden there's a herd of white buffalo stampeding across the sky. And then, sister of all good people, down comes the rain. Rain in buckets, rain in barrels, filling the lowlands and flooding the gullies. And the land was as green as the valley of Adam. And when I rode out of there, I look behind me and I see the prettiest colors in the sky. Green, blue, purple, gold. Colors will make you cry.
Make you cry.
Stop. Me, I'm riding right through that rainbow. Well, how about it, folks? Is it a deal?
Well,
Pop, no. He is a liar and a con man.
Yep, that's what he is, all right, a liar and a con man.
It hurts me to hear you say that. Well, so long for a sorry night.
Now, wait a minute.
You said I was a con man.
Yep, you're a liar and a con man. But I didn't say I wouldn't take your deal.
Pop?
I didn't say I wouldn't either.
Pop, I am not gonna give that man $100. How am I gonna write that in the books?
Write it as a gamble, Noah. I've lost more than that in poker on a Saturday night.
Well, you get a fair chance in poker.
Lizzie, I knew an old fellow once, had the asthma. Went to every doctor, and still he coughed and still he wheezed. Then one day, a liar and a con man come along and took the old boy for $50 and a gold-plated watch. funny thing. After that con man left, the old boy never coughed a minute. Till the day he got kicked in the head by a horse.
Pop, that is the craziest reason.
I'll give you better reasons than that, Missy girl. You gotta take my deal because once in your life, you gotta take a chance on a con man. You gotta take my deal because there's dying cattle that you might pick up and live. Because $100 is only $100, but rain in a dry season is a sight to behold. You gotta take my deal because it's gonna be a hot night. And the world goes crazy on a hot night. Maybe that's what a hot night is for.
Starbuck, you got your deal.
Tell you, I knew I had a deal the minute I walked into this house.
Well, how'd you know that?
Well, I see 4 of you and 5 places set for supper. And I said to myself, Starbuck, your name's written right on that chair.
Let's eat.
I'm against this, Pop.
He counting, Noah.
80, 90, 100. There's your $100.
Thank you, Noah.
Don't thank me. Thank him. I'm writing this down in the books. $100 thrown away.
Write it like this. Say, on August 27th, a man comes stomping through our doorway. We bid him time of night, fed him supper fit for a king, and gave him 100 honest notes on the fair government of the United States of America. And in return for that hospitality, he did us one small favor. He brought rain. Got that? Right.
I ain't seen no rain yet.
I still got 23 hours of rain.
Well, I guess you best get busy then.
Yeah, Starbuck, you better knuckle down.
Now, let's not get nervous. Rain, my friends, rain comes to the fellow that ain't nervous. Now, what kind of rain would you like?
You mean we get to choose our kind?
Sure. And there's all kinds. There's mizzle and there's drizzle. You wouldn't want that. I generally give that away as a free sample. There's sprinkle and there's trickle. That's for the little flower garden, the little pink old ladies. There's April showers I can bring in April, and I can sometimes bring them in May. There's rain with thunder, and rain with hail. There's flash floods, and storms that roll down the shoulder of the mountain. But the biggest of all, that's deluge. Don't ask me for deluge. That takes a bit of doing.
What kind do we get for $100?
You name it, and I'll bring it.
He brags so loud he gives me a crick in the neck.
Look, folks, if you all act like she does, it's going to make it mighty tough for me to do my job. Because where there's suspicion around, it's a D-R-Y season.
I don't doubt it.
Well, she don't believe me. How about the rest of you?
Not one bit.
Then I changed my mind. I don't want your money. Take it back.
Noah, please. We made a bargain and settled. Now be a good sport.
Be a good sport. What do you expect me to say, Pop?
I'll explain it to you, Noah. Making rain takes a lot of confidence. And if you have doubts about me, I get doubts about myself.
Oh, I see what you're going to do. When you don't bring rain, you're going to blame it on all of us. We ain't got confidence. Well, we don't.
You can steal our money, but that's all you can steal.
That's not the right attitude.
Well, I got the right attitude to take back your dough.
No. What if I need help?
Well, I'll help you, and so will Pop.
But not him?
Well, what kind of help you need?
Nothing you can't do. How about you, lady? Any confidence?
Oh, no confidence.
Oh, you don't need her. Now, here's your dough. Now, what's the first step?
Now, what I'm going to ask you to do, it ain't going to make much sense. But what's sensible about a flood or a hurricane?
Nothing.
That's right, Jimmy. Now here, what I want you to do. You see that little old wagon of mine? In that wagon, I got me a big bass drum. Somebody's got to beat that drum.
Peter, what in the hell for?
Now, don't ask questions.
And don't get sensible.
That's right. That's right, Jim. Who's gonna beat that drum?
Well, me, I'll beat it.
Jim, you're gonna be my first lieutenant. Now, go on out there, and every time you get the feeling for it, you beat that drum 3 times. Boom, 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 low like thunder. Got it?
Got it. Every time I get the feeling?
That's it.
Okay, when do I start?
Mister, you start. Mr. HC, I want you to pay close attention. In that little wagon of mine, I got me a bucket of white paint. Now, it ain't no ordinary paint. It's special. It's electromagnetized, oxygenated, dechromated white. Now, you go on out there and paint a great big white arrow pointing away from the house. That's so the house don't get struck by lightning.
Well, that sounds reasonable.
That's too bad you ain't got a mule on the place.
Well, we got a mule.
You have? That's great. That is just dandy. No, go get a length of strong rope and tie that mule's hind legs together.
Hind legs for a mule? What in the hell for?
Please, now, please, you gotta do like I asked you.
No, I ain't doing it.
Oh, come on, Noah.
Tie the hind legs for the mule. I'll be damned.
Top, wait. I'm ashamed of you. I've been standing over there keeping my mouth shut, wondering just how far you're gonna let this man go in making a fool out of you.
He can't make me any more of a fool than I make out of myself.
Where is your common sense? Hang on to some of it.
You mean go along with this fella halfway, huh? Well, I can't do that. I gotta take a chance on him. The whole chance. Without fear of getting hurt, or getting cheated, or getting laughed at. As far as he'll take me. A white arrow, did you say?
White arrow, HC.
I'll paint it.
Damn, mister, you're gonna get your money's worth if it's the last thing I do.
Don't get nervous, boy.
I ain't, not a bit of it.
That's fine. Confidence.
Attaboy, Jimmy! Beat that drum! Make it rumble!
Make it rumble!
Well, I bet you feel real proud of yourself.
Kind of proud, sure.
It's not good enough for you to just steal our money. You have to make jackasses out of us. Why'd you send them out there on them fool errands? Why? What for?
Maybe I thought it was necessary.
You know good and well it wasn't necessary. You know it.
Maybe I sent them out so I could talk to you alone.
Then why didn't you just say that? Lizzie, I want to talk to you alone, man to man.
Man to man, is it?
Oh, excuse me. You are not a man.
Lizzie, can I ask you a little question?
No.
Well, I'll ask it anyway. Why are you fussing at them buttons on your dress?
Fussing at the... I'm not.
Let them alone. They're all buttoned up fine. Tight as they'll ever get. It's a nice dress, too. Brand new, ain't it? You expecting somebody?
That's none of your business.
Woman gets all decked out. She must be expecting her beau. Where is he? It's getting kind of late.
I'm not expecting anybody.
Oh, I see. You were. Now you ain't. Stand you up?
Mr. Starbuck, you got more gall than I've ever...
Wait a minute. Wait just 1 minute.
Let go of me.
The question I wanted to ask you before didn't have nothing to do with buttons. What's this? The minute I walked into your house, you didn't like me. Why?
I said let go.
You didn't like me. Why? Why'd you go up on your hind leg like a frightened mare?
I was not frightened, Mr. Starbuck. You came in here, parading yourself around, taking everything over, and I do not like to be taken by a con man.
I'm sick and tired of this. I'm tired of you querying my work, calling me out of my name.
I called you what you are, a liar and a fake.
How do you know I'm a liar? How do you know I'm a fake? Maybe I can bring rain. Maybe when I was born, God whispered a special word in my ear. Maybe he said, Bill Starbuck, you ain't gonna have much in this life. You ain't gonna have no wife, no kids, no little white house to come home to. But Bill Starbuck, wherever you go, you'll bring rain. Maybe that's my one and only blessing.
There's no such blessing in the world.
Oh, I've seen even greater blessings, Lizzie girl. I got a brother who's a doctor. You don't have to tell him where you ache or where you pain. He just comes in and lays his hand on your heart, and pretty soon you're breathing sweet again. I got another brother who can sing. And when he is singing, that song is there. And it never leaves you. I used to think, why ain't I blessed like Fred or Arnie? Why am I just a nothing man with nothing special in my name? And one summer, there was a drought. Fred can't heal it away. Arnie can't sing it away. But me, I go down to the hollow and I look up and I said, rain, damn it, please, bring rain. And the rain came. And then I knew I was one of the family. That's a story. You don't have to believe it if you don't want to.
I don't believe it.
You're like Noah. You don't believe in anything.
It's not true.
Yes, it is. You put on the fancy dress and the boat don't come. So you're afraid that nothing will ever come. You've got no faith.
I've got just as much as anybody.
Oh, you don't even know what faith is. And I'm going to tell you. It's seeing white when your eyes tell you it's black. It's knowing with your heart.
And I know that you're a fake.
Lizzie, I'm sad about you. You don't believe in nothing. Not even in yourself. You don't even believe you're a woman. And if you don't, you're not.
Jimmy, please! Jimmy, quit that!
Anything doing?
Not a thing. So we ain't home for a while. Any calls?
Well, Peaks Junction called, and they said that Tornado Johnson fellow was seen riding this way. Oh, and old Lady Kenny called and said she thought she heard thunder.
How can she? She's deaf as a post.
I thought I heard it too, but it was too regular.
There it is. Sure ain't thunder.
Lots of electricity in there. My hair's full of it.
Yeah, mine too. Saw the Curd boys come by.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Anything important?
No.
Yeah, Phil Mackey said Jim Curry come out of here wearing a black eye.
He did, huh?
Yeah, he said he wasn't wearing one when he came in. What happened?
Tell Phil Mackey to mind his own damn business.
And me to mind mine.
I'm sorry, Sheriff. Sheriff, I've been thinking. I've changed my mind.
About what?
About that dog you were talking about.
Oh, you did, huh?
Yeah, if the offer still holds, I'd really like to have him.
Well, you said you didn't want him. Little Bobby Easterfield come by and my wife gave him away. Sorry, File.
Forget it.
What made you change your mind about the dog, File?
Oh, I don't know.
Didn't have anything to do with Curry, did it?
Now, what the hell would me wanting a dog have anything to do with the Currys, for God's sake?
Well, didn't it?
All right, it did.
File, why don't you stop teasing yourself? You want to get out of this stew, just do it. Why don't you go over and see the Curry girl?
I'm not gonna be a dunce with a woman, not anymore.
Because you were a dozen with one of them, you have to be a dozen with all of them?
I don't want to go over there and see her just stand there like a stick.
Well, don't stand, sit down.
I make up conversations, but they all stay in my head.
Well, flush them out.
Mind if I take an hour off?
Take 2 hours. Take the whole night.
No, an hour's all I can stand.
Pop, he said paint the ground, not your clothes.
I ain't painting my clothes, I'm cleaning.
You're all over whitewash, Pop.
Yep, I reckon I am.
You know, to look at you, I'd say you never painted anything in your life.
I didn't see the bush.
What bush?
I was painting backwards, and suddenly there was a damn bush, and I bumped, and the paint slopped all over everything. What you limping about?
Ain't limping.
Mule kick you, did he? Bad?
Good or bad, mules kicks, mules kick. For God's sake, Jimmy, get in here and stop beating that damn drum.
I think he enjoys it.
Oh, he ought to. He's got the easiest job of us all.
Well, he is the lieutenant.
Jimmy, stop it!
He said for me to beat it anytime I get the feeling.
Well, if you could try and resist the feeling, we'll all appreciate it.
Well, holy mackerel, Pop, you're covered in whitewash.
I am, huh?
Yeah.
Well, what do you know?
Why don't you wash up? You look foolish.
Well, you don't look so bright yourself, toting that drum.
Well, where am I going to do with it?
Oh, for the love of Mike, stop being so dumb.
And don't call me that, Noah.
Seen a wisp of a cloud, don't expect one neither.
I think he is going to bring rain.
You would.
I'm just saying, I've been looking out at his wagon, and it's full of all kinds of wheels and flags and a bugle and firecrackers.
And it's got everything con man would have in his wagon. Not one damn thing's got anything to do with rain.
You're wrong, Noah.
What are you doing getting to Lizzie's linen chest?
Oh, he asked me if he could stay the night in the tap room, and I said yes, so I figured I'd give him something to sleep on.
You're stretching yourself pretty far to make him feel comfy, ain't you?
Well, why not? I like him.
Yeah, funny. Me too.
And he's got you both fooled.
I was out there waiting for the feeling to come, and he came over, and we had a nice talk, the two of us.
What are you trying to sell you this time?
Nothing, all right? He didn't try to sell me nothing. I was just out there looking at the sky, and he came over and he said, "What you thinking about, Jim?" Real serious? Like he gives a damn?
And what'd you tell him?
I said, "Not much."
Well, that's a good start to
Then, before I knew it, I was telling him everything about myself, and about Lizzie, and about how Noah snores at night, and I even told him about Snooky.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, "What do you think of a girl that wears loud clothes, puts lip rouge on her mouth, and goes around town wearing a little red hat? Is she fast?" You know what he said to me? "Never judge a heifer by the flick of her tail."
Well, that sounds like sensible advice.
I thought so. Then he asked me, "What do I think about the world?" And I said, "Well, I think the whole world's going to get all swole up and burst right in our faces." And then you know what he said to that? He said, "It's happened before, and it can happen again."
There, I knew he was going to to try to say that you're a bill of goods.
Now, I understood that crap, Noah. You mean to say that he made me feel smart and I ain't?
Shut up.
No, I won't shut up.
What the hell's wrong with you?
You know, I just thought of something, Noah. You know the only time that I feel dumb
When?
is when I'm talking to you. Now, why the hell is that, Noah?
Lizzie, I thought you went to bed.
It's roasting up there.
Too bad we don't have one of those electric fans.
Well, it's not just the heat, it's Jimmy and his drum.
I'll get it. Hello? No, he ain't here.
Who was that?
Who else would have all that gall?
You mean it was Snooky? Noah, that phone call was for me.
What of it?
Why did you hang up on her?
Save you trouble.
No. If she calls me on the phone, you don't have to tell her I ain't here. I can do that myself.
Jim, how are you yourself going to tell her you ain't here? Why don't you talk like you got some sense?
All right, well, maybe it don't make any sense, but you sure as hell know what I mean.
All right, listen. If you want to get mixed up with that, all you got to do is pick up that phone and call her back.
He's right. That's all you have to do.
You stay out of this, Starbuck.
I'm just agreeing with you, Noah. Jimmy, you can call it right back.
Well, I don't have a telephone number, so.
All you have to do is call the operator. Go on.
Just let me alone, Starbuck.
HC, a word from you might be a lot of help.
He'll work it out, Starbuck.
Lizzie, tell Jimmy to make the call.
Starbuck will all thank you to not get involved in our family.
Sorry. Guess I'm a damn fool.
What he's doing here?
For Starbuck, Jimmy's going to take him out to the tack room if that's all right.
It's all right. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Well, I don't want to now.
Shouldn't have done that, Noah.
Somebody had to.
I think you like doing it.
No, I didn't. For God's sake, somebody take this family off my hands. I'm tired of running it.
You don't have to run the family, Noah. Only the ranch.
They're both tied together, Pop. Now listen, if you don't like the way
No,
I
that
look
ain't
at
so. There are some things you do real good.
then why don't you give me some credit every once in a while, Pop? I'm just trying to keep this family running, trying to keep it moving forward, trying to keep it from breaking its heart on one foolishness after the other. And what do I get for it? Black looks and complaints. Why? Why?
Because you're trying to run the family the way you run the ranch.
There ain't no other way, Pop.
Noah, when I was your age, I had my nose pressed to the grindstone just like you. Your mother used to say, "Let up, Harry. Stop and catch your breath." Well, after she died, I took her advice on account of you three kids. And I turned around to enjoy my family. And I found out a good thing, Noah. If you let them live, people pay off better than cattle.
Don't be so proud of the way you let us live, Pop. Look at her, and don't be so damn proud.
What do you mean by that, Noah?
Nothing. You think about it.
What does he mean, Lizzie?
I don't know. Pop, don't you pay him any mind. I don't know if I'm hungry and thirsty. You want something to eat?
No thanks. Noah's hinting that I made some big mistake with you. Did I, Lizzie?
Of course not. I'm perfect. Everybody knows I'm perfect. Very nice girl, bright mind, good housekeeper, very honest. So man gets got. Well, that's what Noah said. Wasn't that stupid? Why, it's not even good English.
Don't think about that, Lizzie.
Think about it. Why, I wouldn't give it a second thought. Pop, do you know what that Starbucks man said to me?
What, Lizzie?
No. Why, repeat it. A man like that, you go around repeating what people like that have to say. Why doesn't it rain? What we need is a flood, a great big flood. End of the world. Ta-ta, goodbye. Pop, can a woman take lessons in being a woman?
You don't need to take lessons. You are one.
Starbucks says I'm not.
If Starbuck don't see the woman in you, then he's blind.
Is File blind? Are they all blind? Pop, I'm sick and tired of me. I want to get out of me. Be somebody else.
What, go down to the social club and be Lily Ann Beasley? Is that what you want?
Lily Ann Beasley knows how to get along.
Well, you better call her on the telephone and ask her if you can join up.
I will. You see if I don't. And I'm going to get me some of those new dresses cut way down to here. And I'll get some of that lip rouge, too, and paint my mouth so it looks like I'm always whistling.
Fine. Go ahead. Go ahead and look like a silly little jackass.
Well, Pop, it won't be me looking silly. It'll be somebody else. You can't be who you are. You can't be honest.
You can't be anything but.
Oh, can't I?
No.
Can't I?
No.
Huh, you think it's hard? It's easy, Pop. Watch this. Come on, now, watch this. Look at me, look at me. Wow, Phil Mackey. How good looking you are. Such curly blonde hair and such pearly white teeth. Can I count your teeth? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, don't you bite now. Oh, and you've just got some muscly muscles. Oh, they're just hard as stone. That's what they are. Hard as stone. Oh, now don't you tickle now. Don't tickle or little Lizzie's going to roll right over and die.
Good evening. Oh. Well, hello, File. Come on in.
Kind of late. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
No. We were just, well, I don't know what we were doing. Have a seat.
Hello, Lizzie.
Hello, Val.
There's no, let up in the drought, is there?
Just none at all.
Hey, see, I was thinking about that fuss with Jim and about his eye. Well, I wanted to apologize, say I'm sorry.
Well, you did that this afternoon, File.
But I didn't say it to Jim.
That's true. You didn't. Well, he's upstairs. I'll send him down.
Oh, Jim! Jimmy! Can you come down here?
That's all right, Lizzie. I was going up anyway.
How about a nice cup of coffee?
No, thank you. I already had my supper.
Yes, of course.
I didn't mean to mention supper. Sorry I said it.
What about a nice cold lemonade?
No, thank you.
Well, I make lemonade with limes. I guess if you make it with limes, you can't really call it lemonade, can you?
Can if you want to. There's no law against it.
But it would be limeade, wouldn't it?
Yep, that's what it is, all right.
That's what it is, all right.
Listen, did you call me or
What?
well, hey?
Hey, Jim, that's a bad eye. I just came around to say I'm sorry.
Oh, don't think nothing of it. File bygones is bygones.
Glad to hear you talk that way.
Well, sure. Yes, sir, he certainly is.
Was that Jim's drum I've been hearing?
Yes.
I didn't know he was musical.
Would you like to sit down or something?
No, thank you. I guess they both knew I was lying.
Lying? Well, about what?
I didn't come to apologize to Jim.
What did you come for, pal?
To get something off my chest. Well, this afternoon, your father, well, there's a wrong impression going on in town that I'm a widower. Well, I'm not.
I know that, pal.
I know you know it, but I have to say it. I'm a divorced man.
You don't have to talk
Yes,
about
I
it.
do. I came to tell the truth. I've been denying that I'm a divorced man. Now I admit it. That's all I want to say, and that squares me with everybody.
Does it?
Yes, it does. And from here on in, if I want to live alone, all by myself, it's nobody's business but my own.
Well, wait a minute. You're dead wrong.
Wrong how?
It's everybody's business.
How do you figure that, Lizzie?
Well, because you owe something to people.
I don't know anything to anybody.
Yes, you do.
What?
I don't know. Friendship. If somebody reaches his hand out to you, you've got to reach and take it.
What do you mean I've got to?
Got to! There are too many people alone. And if you're lucky enough to have somebody want you for a friend, well, it's an obligation.
This ain't something the two of us could settle talking for just a minute.
No, it isn't.
It'll take some time.
Yes.
Hey, Father, you're here.
Yeah, I guess I'm here.
I'm just gonna grab the feed book.
Well,
What were we saying?
what were you saying?
Yeah. You were telling me about your divorce.
No, I wasn't. But I will. She walked out on me.
I'm sorry.
It's a school teacher from Louisville.
I suppose, well, I guess she was beautiful.
Yes, she was.
That's what I was afraid. That's what I thought.
Black hair.
Well, yes, black hair's really nice.
I always used to think that a woman was already halfway to being a beauty if she had pitch black hair.
Well, yes, at least halfway.
With the school teacher, damn it, walked off with the school teacher.
Well, what was he like?
She had weak hands and nearsighted eyes, and I thought he was about ready to faint, and she ran off with him, and there I was.
Well, maybe the teacher needed her and you didn't.
Sure, I needed her.
Did you tell her so?
No, I didn't. Why should I?
Why should you? Why didn't you?
Look, there's one thing I've learned. Be independent. If you don't ask for things, if you don't need things, then pretty soon you don't need them.
Well, there are some things you always need.
I won't ask for anything.
But if you had asked, then she might have stayed.
Sure, she might have stayed. The night she left, she said, "Pal, tell me not to go. Tell me don't go."
And you didn't?
I tried, but I couldn't.
Oh, pride.
Look, if a woman wants to go, let her go. If you have to hold her back, it's no good.
But Bob, if you had to do it all over again,
I still wouldn't ask her to stay.
it's just 2 words. Don't go. You wouldn't say that?
It's not the words, it's the begging, and I won't beg.
Oh, you're a fool. Oh, what am I doing? Getting so serious with you, Bob. That's just not my nature. 'Cause
No, only legal circulars from Washington.
Oh, Washington. I just finished a book about him. Don't you think he was wonderful?
Father of our country.
Yes, exactly. Oh my, is that a black silk bow tie? I just die for a man in a black silk bow tie.
It ain't silk, it's celluloid.
But it looks so real. It looks so real.
It ain't real, it's fake.
You know, when you smile, you have the strongest white teeth.
Quit that.
Well, quit what?
Quit, stop sashaying around here like a dumb little flirt.
Oh,
Silk tie, strong white teeth. What do you take me for?
No.
What do you take yourself for?
I was just trying to...
Don't be so damn ridiculous. Be yourself.
What happened, Lizzie?
What'd he do? Did he run out on you? What happened?
I ain't never seen a man run so fast. Where'd he go?
Are you watching a show? Did you think it was lantern slides?
What'd he say?
What'd you say?
I didn't say anything. Not one sensible thing. I couldn't even talk to him.
But you were talking.
No, I wasn't. I was sashaying around like Lillian Beasley. I was making a fool out of myself. But why can't I talk to anybody?
Don't blame yourself. It wasn't your fault.
No. It wasn't her fault. And it wasn't File's fault either. You know damn good and well whose fault it was.
You mean it was mine, Noah?
You bet it was yours.
Noah, stop it. Pop,
Now, he's got to explain that.
Oh, I'll explain it all right. You've been building up these rosy dreams for her. She's got no right to hope for it.
She's got a right to hope for anything.
No, she's got to face the truth, and you've got to help her face and stop telling her lies.
I've never lied to her in my life.
You told her nothing but lies. She's the smartest girl in the world. She's so beautiful. And that's the biggest lie of them all, because you know she's not beautiful, she's plain.
No, you quit it.
And you go right along with them. Now you better listen to me, Lizzie, because I'm the only one here that loves you enough to tell you the truth. You're plain.
Damn it, Noah, quit it!
Go look in the mirror, Lizzie. You're plain.
Noah!
Jimmy, no!
Hey, 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 hey,
When I go! Oh, quit it! Now get outside. Come on. Get outside.
Fine. I'm getting outside. I'm getting outside and I'm never coming back.
The next time that kid comes at me,
Next time he comes at you, I'll see he has fighting lessons.
look, you clear out of here.
No, I won't clear out. And while I'm here, you can quit calling that kid a dumbbell, because he's not. He can take a lousy hickory stick and see magic in it. But you wouldn't understand that, because it's not in your books.
I said clear out.
And while I'm here, you're going to quit calling her plain. Because you don't know what's plain and what's beautiful.
Look, Starbuck, this is this is family. This ain't your fight.
Yes, it is. I've been fighting fellas like you my whole life, and I always lose. But this time, by God, this time. Jimmy! Jimmy! Hey, Jimmy.
I'm sorry I pushed Jim, and I'll let him know myself. But I ain't sorry for a word I said to her.
Noah, that's enough.
No, it isn't. You better listen to me, Lizzie. Nobody's gonna come riding up on a big white horse for you. Nobody's gonna come and scoop you up into their arms and ask you to marry them. You are going to be an old maid. And the sooner you get that in your head, the sooner you'll stop breaking your heart.
Lizzie, forget it. Forget everything he said.
He's right, Pop.
I believe you.
I don't believe you, Pop. You've been lying to me and I've been lying to myself.
Lizzie, honey, please.
Don't. I have to start seeing things the way they are. And the way they will be. I have to start thinking of myself as a spinster. Jim is gonna get married. One of these days even Noah will get married. And I'll be the visiting aunt. I'll bring their children presents so I know I'm welcome. And Noah will say, Junior, you be nice to your Aunt Lizzie. Her nerves aren't so good. And Jim's wife will say, she's been visiting for about a week now. Is she ever going to go? Go where, Bob? For God's sake, go where?
Lizzie, you'll always have a home. This house will be yours.
House!
Lizzie, stop it!
Oh, please help me. I don't know what to do.
Oh,
Bob,
Lizzie,
please.
honey, Lizzie.
Who's there?
It's me, Lizzie, here.
What's that?
It's just bed stuff. Take it.
Is that what you came out for, Liz?
No, I came out because
Go on.
I came out to thank you for what you said to Noah
I meant every word of it.
and what you said about Jim. I'm sure you meant that.
What I said about you?
I don't believe you.
Lizzie, what are you afraid of?
You? I don't trust you.
What don't you trust about me?
Everything. The way you talk, the way you brag, why even your name.
What's wrong with my name?
It sounds fake. It sounds like you made it up.
You're darn right, I did make it
Oh,
up.
yes, there. Of course.
Why not? Do you know what name I was born with? Smith. For the love of Mike Smith. What kind of handle is that for a fella like me? I need a name with the whole sky and the power of a man. Starbuck. Now there's a name. And it's mine.
No, it isn't. You were born Smith. That's your name.
You're wrong, Lizzie. The name you choose for yourself is more your own than the name you're born with. And if I was you, I'd sure choose another name than Lizzie.
Well, thank you. I'm very pleased with it.
Oh no, you ain't. You ain't pleased with anything but yourself, and I'm sure you ain't pleased with Lizzie.
I don't ask you to be pleased with it, Starbuck. I am.
Why, it doesn't even stand for anything.
It stands for me. Me. I'm not the Queen of Sheba. I'm not Lady Godiva. I'm not Cinderella at the ball.
Would you like to be?
You're ridiculous.
ridiculous about it? Dream you're somebody, be somebody, but Lizzie? That's nobody. So many millions of wonderful women with wonderful names. Florinda, Christina, Annabelle, Caroline, Diane, Lizzie.
Good night, Starbuck.
Wait a minute. Wait just one little half a minute. I got the greatest name for you. The greatest name. Just listen. Melisande.
I don't like it.
That's because you don't know anything about her. When I tell you who she was, lady, when I tell you who she was.
Who?
She was the most beautiful. She was the beautiful wife of King Hamlet. Ever hear him?
Go on.
Well, he was a fella who sailed across the ocean to bring back the golden fleece. You know why he did that? Because Queen Melisande begged him for it. I tell you, that Melisande was so beautiful. And her hair was so long and curly, every time he looked at her, he just fell right down and died. And he'd do anything for her, anything at all. So when she said, Hamlet, I got me a terrible hankering for a soft golden fleece. He just naturally sailed right off to find it. And when he came back all bleeding and torn, he took that fleece of gold and he laid it in her pretty white feet. She wrapped that fur piece around her pink, naked shoulders. And she said, I got the golden fleece. And I'll never be cold no more. Melisande, what a woman. What a name.
Starbuck. You silly little jackass. I have heard a lot of those stories, and I've read them too in 100 different places, and you wrapped them all up into one big, fat, ridiculous lie.
I wasn't lying, I was dreaming.
It's the same thing.
If you think it's the same thing, then I take it back about your name, Lizzie. It's just right for you. You know what other name would suit you? Noah. Because you and your brother, you've got no dream.
You think all dreams have to be your kind, Thunder on the mountain and the golden fleece, well, there are other dreams, Mr. Starbuck. Little quiet ones that come to a woman when she's shining the silverware or putting moth flakes away in the closet.
Like what?
Like a man's voice saying, Lizzie is my blue suit breast. That same voice saying, scratch between my shoulder blades. And kids laughing and singing and setting up a racket. And how it feels to say the word husband. There are all kinds of dreams, Mr. Starbuck. Mine are small, like my name, Lizzie. But they're real, like my name, real. So you can have yours, and I'll have mine.
I'm sorry, Lizzie.
Please, it's fine. Just
I'm so sorry.
let me go.
I hope your dreams come true. I hope they do.
They won't. They never will.
Believe in yourself and they will.
I've got nothing to believe in.
You're a woman. Believe in that.
How can I when nobody else will?
Because you got to believe it first. Lizzie, let me ask you a question. Are you pretty?
No, I'm plain.
There, you see? You don't know you're a woman.
I am a woman. A plain one.
There's no such thing as a plain woman. Every real woman is pretty. They're all pretty in different ways, but they're all pretty.
Not me. When I look in that looking glass,
Don't
I
let
know.
Noah be your looking glass. It's got to be inside you. And then one day it'll be the man who loves you. He'll be the looking glass. It'll be his eyes, man.
It'll never happen.
Make it happen. happened, Lizzie? Why don't you think pretty and put down your hair?
No.
Lizzie, please. Close your eyes. Close them, Lizzie. Now say, I'm pretty.
Oh, I can't.
Say it, Lizzie, say
I
it.
can't. Pretty.
Say it again.
Pretty.
Say it. Mean it.
I'm pretty. I'm pretty. Oh. I'm pretty. Oh. Why did you do that?
Because when you said you were pretty, it was true. Look at me, Lizzie.
I can't.
Stop crying and look at me. Look into my eyes. What do you see?
I can't believe what I see.
Tell me what you see.
Is it me? Is it really me?
Thank you, Howard. Well, I'm sorry I woke you up. Well, if you hear from Jimmy, you'll call me right away, will you? No, nothing's wrong. Thank you.
Jimmy home yet?
Nope.
Don't be kid. It's down here at 2 a.m.
Go to bed, Noah. Don't worry about him.
Oh, I ain't worried about it. I don't give a damn what happened to that kid.
Okay, fine.
Maybe he's at the Hopkinsons. I'll call him.
I called them all. Nobody's seen him.
You know, Pop, if you'd have seen my side of this, none of this would have happened.
I see your side, Noah. I just ain't on your side.
Nobody is.
Good evening.
Where in the hell are you, man?
Out. Out. Out.
What's wrong with you? You drunk?
No, big brother, I ain't drunk, but if I wanted to be drunk, I'd be googly-eyed.
Where'd you get the stogie, Jimmy?
Well, it ain't a stogie. It's a Havana Panatella. It was 85 cents, and it's a present.
Well, who in the hell gave it to you?
I in the hell gave it to me for being a big boy.
You never did say where you've been.
Well, I don't have to, but I will. I was with my favorite gal, Snooky. Hey! Now don't say that anymore, or I shall take this 85-cent Havana Panatella and I shall squash it out right in your mean, old face.
What happened, Jimmy?
Can't you see what happened? He went riding with that girl, and she got him all hot up. By God, she trapped him.
Big brother, you got it all wrong.
Don't lie to me, Jimmy Curry. The moment I stop looking after you, you go off and get yourself into trouble.
No, when I tell you what did happen, you're going to split your britches. We went riding. Yeah, that's true. She picked me up and she opened that Essex up when we were going 40 million miles an hour. And then we stopped and we got out and we sat underneath this great big tree and we looked through the branches at a sky full of stars and damn, it was full of stars. And then I turned around and I kissed her. I kissed her once, I kissed her 100 times. And while I was doing that, I knew any minute now I could take her anywhere, like straight to the moon. And while I was doing that, I thought any minute now Noah's going to show up and he's going to say, whoa, 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 whoa. But Noah never did show up. So I went on, kept on kissing her. And then something happened. She was crying and I was crying. And then I knew any minute now we would be up there on the moon. But without Noah being there, and all by my smart little self, I said, whoa. Yippee! Well, thank you, Pop. Your yippee is accepted.
I don't believe a single word of it. Why'd she give you the little red hat?
For the same reason why she has my elk's tooth, we're engaged.
I was right. She trapped him.
No, I see I'm going to have to give you this here, Havana.
Don't listen to him, Jimmy. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, Pop. Thank you kindly. Where's Lizzie? I want to tell her.
Where in the same hell do you think she is? She's upstairs asleep.
Well, I'm going to go wake her up.
Wait, Jimmy. Lizzie's not up there.
Well, where is she?
Yeah. Where is she, Pop?
She's out in the tap room.
Starbucks?
Yes.
Well, that's great. I got another cigar here for Lizzie.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me she walked in on that fellow while he was sleeping, and you didn't even try to stop her?
No, I didn't. You called her an old maid, Noah. You took away every little bit of hope she ever had. And when you left, she lifted up those linens and she ran out of here. I didn't ask her where she was going, but I'm glad she went. Because if she lost her hope in here, maybe she'll find it out there.
That was in your mind the moment you laid eyes on that fellow, isn't it?
You put it awful cut and dry, Noah.
Because it's the truth.
Well, I think it's great them being out there together. And who knows? Maybe they'll get real serious, and before you know it, I got me a new brother, and I trade him for you any day.
Well, you ain't gonna have to worry about trading him for anything, because he ain't the marrying type. Not that faker.
I bet he is the marrying kind, Pop. I bet he is. Now, how much do you think a Rainmaker makes?
Don't let's be beforehand, Jimmy.
Mind if we come in, HC?
Well, hello, File. Hey, Sheriff, come on in.
Hey, Sheriff.
Hey, Pop.
Kind of late to be visiting, ain't it, Sheriff?
We ain't exactly busy, AC.
How's Lizzie?
Well, she's fine, boy. You just seen her a little while ago. You and the sheriff come calling on Lizzie?
No.
Well, what can I do for you?
Well, I'll tell you, HC. We've been getting lots of phone calls from Pellyville and Peaks Junction and all up and down the state line. They've been looking for a fella, kind of a calm man, by the name of Tornado Johnson. She asleep?
Who? Lizzie?
Yeah, I reckon she is. You get any wind of him?
Who?
Tornado Johnson.
Nope.
Tornado Johnson, alias Bill Harmony, alias Bill Smith.
I have never met anybody who calls himself by any of those names.
Anyone else come around here?
Only you, File.
Kind of a hot night to be asleep, ain't it?
Lizzie's a good sleeper.
Yeah, must be.
No Tornado 5, no Tornado Johnson, huh?
Nope.
Seems a little fishy to me.
How do you mean fishy?
Well, Penderville and 3 Point, the junction, we all got together about
Look,
this.
HC, we know it ain't like you to protect a criminal.
Really? Criminal, huh? Well, he's wanted.
What's he wanted for, File?
Well, he's wanted back in the state of Kansas. He sold 400 tickets to a great big rain festival. No rain, no festival.
In a small town in Nebraska, he drummed up a lot of excitement about what he called a spectacular eclipse of the sun, and he peddled 1,000 pair of smoked eyeglasses to see it with. No eclipse.
Back in February, he sold 600 wooden poles, called them tornado rods, claimed that if the town ever got hit by a tornado, the wind would blow right through there just like a gentle spring breeze, and not hurt a thing. Well, when he left, the town got hit by every blow you can imagine. Windstorm, hailstorm, cyclone, and hurricane. It blew the tornado rods off the roof and blew the town off the map.
Well, did he get hit by a tornado?
No, it didn't.
Well, I mean, that's all he promised, that it wouldn't get hit by a tornado. It didn't.
They don't sound like no criminal to me, File.
No, he don't. But we gotta do something about him. We ain't locked anybody up for 3 weeks.
Well, I'm sorry, Sheriff, I can't help you.
I got a feeling you can. They say this fella carries around a great big bass drum everywhere he goes. Whose drum is that?
It's mine. I am figuring to be a drummer.
What about that big white arrow painted on the ground?
I painted that.
What do you figure to be, HC, a whitewash painter?
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, whose wagon is that?
Go take a look at that wagon, File.
Why did you do that? Why in the hell did you do that?
I don't know.
Why didn't you just tell him the fellow you're looking for is out in the tack room with my daughter?
Because he's in the tack room with my daughter.
All right. I didn't tell him you lied. I stood by you, but I ain't standing by you no more.
Where are you going, Noah?
I'm going out the tack room to get her.
Noah, wait.
I'm going to bring him in too.
He's a quick fella, Noah, and you're a little slow on your feet.
I'll be faster with this.
Put that away!
She is out there with that man. He's a swindler and a crook and I don't know what else.
I'll tell you what else. He's a man.
Hey, Pop's right. Getting married is getting married.
Oh, Jimmy, you always say the smart thing at a dumb time.
I'm all for her getting married, no matter who the fella is, does it?
Is that how you feel, Pop?
You know that's not the way I think.
Then I'm going out there.
I said stay here.
It ain't right, Pop.
It ain't right! Damn it, Noah, you're so full of what's right, you can't see what's good. It's good for a girl to get married, sure. But maybe you were right when you said Lizzie won't never have that. Well, she's got to have something. Lizzie's got to have something. Even if it's only 1 minute with a man, talking quiet, with his hand touching her face. And if you go out there and shorten the time they have together, if you put one dark shadow on the brightest moment of Lizzie's life, I swear I'll come after you with a whip. Now give me that gun!
Walk so fast and ride so far. I never had time to stop and ask myself no question.
Well, if you did stop, what question would you ask?
Well, I guess I'd say, big man, where are you going?
Big man, where are you going?
Well, I don't know. Reckon I better kiss you again. Didn't anybody ever kiss you before I did?
Yes, once.
When was that?
I was about 12, I guess. There was this boy with freckles and red hair, and I thought he was the beginning of the world. He never paid me any mind. One day he was standing around with a bunch of boys, and all of a sudden he shot over to me and he kissed me real hard, right on the mouth. And I was so stirred up for a minute. But then he ran back to the group of kids, and I heard him say, "I'll kiss anything on a dare, even your old man's pig." I ran straight home, up the back stairs, and I went to my room and I locked the door. I looked in that looking glass and I knew from that minute on that I was playing.
Are you playing, Lizzie?
No. I'm beautiful.
That's right. And when I leave here, don't you ever forget it.
Oh. I'll try to remember everything you ever said.
Lizzie, I want to live forever.
Oh, I hope you do. Wherever you are, I hope you do.
You don't say that as if you think I'll ever get what I'm after.
I don't really know what you're after.
I'm after a clap of lightning. I want things to be as pretty when I get them as they are when I'm thinking about them.
Well, I think they're prettier when you get them.
No, nothing's as pretty in your hands as it is in your head. There ain't no world near as good as the one as I got up here. Why?
I don't know. Maybe if you took the time to see it real. You're always on the go. Here, there, nowhere, running away, keeping company with yourself. But maybe if you kept company with the world,
I'd learn to love it.
you might. If you saw it real. Some nights when I'm in the kitchen washing dishes and Pop's playing poker with the boys, I'll just sit watching real close. And at first, I just see an ordinary middle-aged man, not very interesting to look at. But then I start to see things in him that I never saw before. Good things and bad things. Clear little habits I never noticed he had. And all of a sudden, I know who he is. And I love him so much I could cry. And I want to thank God I took the time to see him real.
Well, I ain't got the time.
Then you ain't got no world. Except for the one you make up in your head.
Lizzie, there's something I gotta tell you. You were right about me. I'm a liar and a con man and a fake. I've never made rain, not a single raindrop. Nowhere. Not anywhere at all.
I know.
All my life wanting a miracle. Nothing. I'm a great big blowhard.
No, you're just all dreams. And it's no good to live in your dreams.
Well, it's no good to live outside of them either.
Somewhere between the two.
Yes. Lizzie, would you like me to stick around for a while?
Did I hear you right?
Not for good, you understand? Just a few days?
You're not fooling me, are you, Starbuck?
No, I mean it.
Would you stay?
A few days, yes.
Really? Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I can't stand it.
Lizzie.
Oh, I can't stand it. Oh, your whole life you're crying for a star. You know you'll never get it, but then one day you just look down and there it is. I think I saw a wisp of cloud. No bigger than a mare's tail.
She's starting to talk like you now.
Yes, I am. Yes.
Why don't you comb your hair?
Well, I like it like this. I think I'll wear it this way my whole life. Pop, I've got something else.
What, Lizzie?
Got me a bow.
Have you, honey?
Not a forever bow, but a bow for a meanwhile. At least until he goes. He says he'll go in a few days, but anything can happen in a few days. Oh, Pop, the world's turned clear round.
Why don't you tell her, Pop?
Tell me what?
Lizzie, you're right about that fellow. He is a liar and a con man.
Pop, there's nothing bad about him. He's so good, and he's so alone. He is so terribly alone.
Lizzie, come here.
What?
Come here. Look out the window, Lizzie.
What are they doing? Pop, why are they on his wagon?
They're getting evidence against you. The sheriff's here to lock him up.
No!
Don't go out there, Lizzie.
You let go of me, Noah. They have no right. Pop,
Yes, they have.
well, we've got to help him.
Lizzie, quit it. There's nothing we can do for
No,
him.
Pop, not for him, for me.
For you, Lizzie, I don't think he knows who you are. I think he dreamed you up in his head.
No, Pop, no. He sees me as real as you do.
Do you believe that, honey? Do you think he sees you real? Answer me.
Yes, he does.
Then you gotta help him get away. Go out the back door, go to the bar.
Pop, you're not gonna let her do that.
Yes, I am.
No, I won't.
Well, you awake.
Hello, Pop.
Where are you going?
Nowhere. Just outside.
Wait a minute, what's your rush?
I just wanted to see what y'all were doing out there on that wagon.
Well, we come in now, so there's no reason to go out. Unless there's some other reason for going.
Oh, no. No?
I guess we got what we came for. All right, HC, where is he?
Do your own work, Bob.
Look, HC, we don't want this family mixed up in any trouble. Tell us where he is, please.
He left about an hour ago.
Well, where'd he go?
Heavenville.
Well, how'd he get there? His wagon's out there.
He took Jim's roan.
Yeah, he took my roan.
I think you're lying. All of you. Now, what the hell's going on anyhow? I ask you a few questions, and you tell me a pack of lies. And for what? A stranger? A man who means nothing to you? Well, maybe he does. Maybe you should answer that, Lizzie. Now, wait a minute. They said you were asleep, but you weren't. Why'd they lie about that, Lizzie? Where were you?
It's got nothing to do with you, Five.
It's got a lot to do with me, Lizzie. Tell me.
Starbuck, run! Starbuck, get away! I told you to run!
What's going on?
Sheriff, you're under arrest. Don't go for that
You
door.
hadn't been singing, you'd have heard me.
I never regret singing. All right, Sheriff, let's go.
Five, wait. Let him go.
What?
Let him get away.
I can't do that, Lizzie. Look at this bulletin.
We don't need to look at that. We've been looking at him.
But this is all I got to go by, HC.
You got us to go back. We've been spending the whole evening with the fellow.
We gave that man $100 and will never regret a nickel of it.
He isn't a criminal.
He don't belong in jail.
Now, wait a minute.
Five, we took a chance with him. Now you take a chance with us.
Give it up, folks. Sheriff's a sheriff. He can't see any any further than his badge.
Is that true, Fi?
Well, you know damn well that's not true.
Then let him go.
Please let him go.
Haven't heard from you, Noah. A lot of people in this town, they think I'd be breaking the law, right?
No one I know of,
All right, get going. Get out of here.
Well, I'm the son of a gun.
Hurry up before I change my mind.
Listen, it's as lonely as dying out there. Will you come with me? I'm talking to you, Lizzie.
Lizzie, don't go.
What did you say?
I said, don't go.
What'll I do?
Hurry up, Lizzie.
What am I gonna do?
Well, whatever you decide, you've been asked. You don't never have to go through like a woman who ain't been asked.
Oh, I'm sure asking, Lizzie. You're beautiful now, but you come with me. You'll be so beautiful, you'll light up the world.
Oh, Starbuck, don't say that.
I won't be Lizzie no more. You'll be Melisande.
Oh, Starbuck, you said the wrong thing.
Melisande, what the hell does that mean? Her name's Lizzie Curry.
It's not good enough, not for her.
Well, it's good enough for me.
Come on.
No. I've got to be Lizzie. Melisande is a name for one night. Lizzie will do me my whole life long.
Well, boys, sorry about the rain. Then again, I didn't stay my whole time. So, here's your money back. Another time, in a dry season, maybe. So long, folks.
Thank you, Ty.
Let your hair down.
Oh, for Christ's sake, Jimmy, stop beating that freaking drum.
I'm not beating no drum.
That sounds like thunder.
Lightning.
Lightning.